Here's my next fun little camera. This is the Brownie 8mm motion picture camera, just like the other ones here. I haven't wound this yet, so you can see me wound it. This has got to be the simplest camera that I own, except for the loading, which is kind of difficult. If you're used to these magazine cameras like I showed you back here, it should be enough. If you find it pops up like this, here's our lens, fixed focus. And it's got this little lime, it's got like lime rust on there. I can take CLR and put it on there and that'll probably knock all that off. The f-stop is right here, as you can see. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it changes the actual hole and how much light is in there. You really need to be able to see it. Like, yeah, you can't see it. But anyway, alright, lock is so no light gets in there at all. And here's how you run it. And it is stuck. Just a second. Come on. Oh, lock also locks the entire camera, so the shutter doesn't work either. So everyone I've seen on YouTube that likes cameras has this camera. I mean, it is so commonly found. So what you get here is a daylight film spool, and what happens is it's a little 25-foot roll. It's actually 16mm wide, as you can see on the take-up spool, which was previously a feed spool, which just ran out, and they... Oh, I'm sorry. Since you reverse it, you'll use this same reel, like you would always, like for every single piece of film you use, instead of swapping it out. Like once you run run through a piece of like 16mm film here, you would always switch out your reels, your take-up reels. But anyway, it's 16mm wide, but you can't just use normal 16mm film in here because it needs to be double perforated, which so it can have because if you didn't have the double perforations, you wouldn't be able to the sprocket holes in 16mm film are this wide compared to 8mm double reverse film, which would be this wide. Like, so 2 times smaller. So as you can see, you need to have actual double perforated 16mm run film. So you would take the feed spool, put it on this, and run it. It's got this little marker here, and then you would feed it over the top of this, through there, and just make sure it's locked in there. And then you would feed it over the back, and then onto it, so it would spin this way onto this take-up reel. Very simple camera. And daylight, it would mean there's a black leader on front, so that there would be no light permitted. So you can light this in, you can load this in like open shade, or not directly in open sun. That would be a bad idea, but in general shade. I think this one will lock as well, so you can leave it alone and get into your own pictures. And then you just pull it down to unlock it. There's how much film you've used, right there. I didn't reset it, so it thinks it's empty. But yeah, that's it. Very simple little camera. And now I'll move on to my next